Hi, this is going to be a tutorial about how to apply an everyday foundation. If you don't like looking too cakey, you have a few skin imperfections that you want to cover, and just kind of even out your canvas for a nice eyeshadow look, or even just to wear a little foundation, a pop of eyeliner, and go do what you have to do. So stay tuned. Hope you like it. Bye. So before you apply your primer or any kind of foundation, you should start by moisturizing your face. I actually use this Aveeno. It's a baby skin moisturizer. I discovered it on accident. I bought it for my little girl, and I ran out of moisturizer for myself, and I used it. I have very sensitive skin, so I'm always having to try new things. So I mixed a little of this Aveeno Daily Moisturizer with Studio Moisture Fix SPF 15. This by itself makes my skin tingle kind of uncomfortable, so I use maybe a half a squirt and mix it with this. And I've already applied that to my face and moisturized my lips with the Sephora Super Nourishing Lip Balm. It's really good. It has a nice vanilla scent to it. So next I'm going to use my fingers to apply MAC's Prep and Prime. It's a foundation primer. And I put that mostly on my oily spots, which is my T-zone and the high points of my cheeks. And I just blend that out. Then using a MAC 190 foundation brush, I'm going to apply Match Master in a 7.5. I usually wear NC50. NW45 works, but as it oxidizes, it gets way too red for my skin. So, just apply that. This is a Pro Longwear Concealer in NC50. I use this, or you can put it on the back of your hand, because a whole lot actually comes out of here. I've also put some in like one of these sample containers so I don't waste the product. So all I have to do is get a little bit out of there and dip my brush in it. This stuff dries out really quick, so you have to work fast with it. And I'll be using this 193 brush. It's like the 190, it's angled and a lot smaller. Kind of applying that where I have a few just make sure, always make sure that your foundation is blended right into and up to your hairline. So I just go back over it with that brush to blend out the concealer and everything. Okay. Now this next step is optional. I like a pretty chiseled face or jawline, so got a little double chin going on here, so I like to chisel those areas, and adding a mattifying foundation kind of evens out my skin tone a little more than I would like. Now for every day, I don't do this highlighting too much, not for an everyday wear. So I'm going to contour and highlight my jawline. I'll be using a 168 angle brush, and shadowy. I think this is a pro item only. You can use an eyeshadow though, something that's 2 or 3 shades darker than your skin tone. I'm going to go in with that in the hollows of my cheeks. I like to stop. I don't like to bring color too much past the edge of my eye, as you look like Skeletor. I mean, you can, but it gets a little bit more masculine if you come down here, and I don't want that. On the other side. And for a highlight, this is another pro color. It's Soft Focus. And I'm going to use that at the top of my cheekbones using, I think this was a limited edition brush, a 128. I'm not sure if you can still find that. It's dual-sided, which is really kind of necessary, but I just like the shape and the size of the brush, so it works. And going with that Soft Focus. You can also use this to highlight the bridge of your nose. It's not too light and it's not too shimmery. And what's left of that shadowy, you can without applying any additional color. Then using a blot powder, I use it in Deep Dark. It's an oil absorbing powder. You can use the Prep and Prime finishing powder. If you have that, it works really well. It's a transparent powder. If you have a darker skin tone, like women of color, I prefer using these blot powders. They also have them loose, because sometimes this Prep and Prime, it casts a bit of a shadow in photographs with bright flashes. It kind of gives you a white cast. Not all the time, sometimes, a lot of times in photos, so I never use that if I know I'm going to be taking pictures. So using a 150, any fluffy brush, you can, and just dust that all over your face. Set your foundation. And this is the finished look. The only thing I did off camera was spray a little bit of Fix Plus to really set it in and get rid of any casty or ashy look that the powder might have left. And there you have it. It's my everyday foundation routine. Thank you. Bye-bye.